Third phase of moon.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here with a special report. What if I were to tell you that the oldest and largest pyramid in the world is not in Egypt? Is it possible that the history books have gotten it wrong? Well, Dr. Sam Osmanagic claims that the largest pyramid and oldest pyramid is in fact in Bosnia. Our special report and correspondents today, Richard Giordano from Goof on Radio, Ollie from Ellie and Addict, along with Doc Skinner from 1028 Productions, including my brother Brent. The panel's gonna break down Dr. Sam Osmanagic claims that the largest and oldest pyramid in the world is in Bosnia. Let's get it going. Listen to what Dr. Sam Osmanagic has to say.
Base of the western slope of the Bosnian Pyramid of the Moon. 190 meters in height, second largest pyramid on the planet. But different in design than the Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun. Over there, we have concrete blocks. It's a true pyramid. Over here, we have terraces, terrace after terrace after terrace. Material, it's a sandstone based. What we can see here are the sandstone plates of different sizes. Sometimes square, sometimes rectangular, sometimes 6 sides. We know that in the megalithic period on the planet, 5 to 8,000 years back, we did have the construction where people were using different sizes of the stones, blocks, megaliths. And of course, much before that, 12,000 plus years also, it seems that it had something to do with the structural stability of the objects and showing the superiority comparing to us. Now, when we started excavation here back in 2006, 2007, a number of geologists from Bosnia, Croatia, Italy, France, United Kingdom, United States started saying, oh, this is all natural. It was one huge tectonic plate, and then during the tectonic movements, the plate started breaking, north-south. During the next tectonic movement, it started breaking east-west. And this is what we have on the Moon Pyramid. However, when we take a closer look, we can see that if there was a north-south break, then this line would go continuously here. It is not the case. It goes north-south, then 90 degrees break, again 90 degrees, and then 90 degrees, it continues over there. Meaning that somebody actually purposely made these rectangular plates, place it over here. They made another one, which they cut in that way that it follows the previous one. They made another one, and another one. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides.
All right, we've got a lot of evidence coming in tonight in this episode. Let's get started with Richard Giordano from Goof on Radio on his impressions of Dr. Osmanagic. Go ahead, Goof on.
Wow, the Bosnian pyramids. I love these because we grew up in school, and for most of my life, up until about 15 years ago, we were only pretty much told about the pyramids in Egypt. We knew there were others out there, but, the ones in Egypt with the Sphinx and all the ruins over there, that's what we grew up with. If we would have known there were so many pyramids, I think, over 100,000 across the world in Central America, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, Belize, Mexico, America, UK, Italy, Greece, and Bosnia, and everywhere else. I mean, it's all over. Antarctica, how about there? We think and see pyramid-like structures over there nobody's talking about. This in Bosnia is being treated as if it was a natural creation. But this pyramid over there, these Bosnian pyramids, this big one there, is really huge, 4 equal sides facing north, which is very important because all of the pyramids that are around the world have this facing north connection? Are they being used for communication devices? Are they energy sources? Can they create energy or use energy around it? Who knows? Possibly. That was even brought up in the Egyptian, the big pyramid. We think it might have been used to act like a Tesla coil in a way. I mean, if that's possible and they can somehow use the pyramids to take the Earth's energy, and a lot of people say that there's a lot of consistency with these being on ley lines in the Earth, on the Earth. So whether that's something that they're just saying or it's a coincidence, I thought it was real. But if that's real, maybe all of these are connected.
I took compass, and compass showed me that this side perfectly matched cosmic north. The one in the back, south, east, west. And this is how the pyramids were built. In China, all of them aligned with the cosmic north. All the Egyptian pyramids, north. Most of the Peruvian, north. Some of the Mexican, north. All Cahokia pyramids, north. Now, according to the Bosnian State Institute of Geodesy, the error from the perfect north of this northern side is 0 degrees, 0 minutes, and 12 seconds. The most precise orientation on the planet. Even better precision than the northern side of the Great Pyramid of Egypt, Cheops or Khufu. They have error 0 degrees, 2 minutes. Here, 0 degrees, 0 minutes, 12 seconds.
All right, let's get to Arizona from 1028 Productions. We got Doc Skinner with us. He's got some insight to Dr. Sam's claims.
Wow. I had to watch this video, both of them twice. All I can say is I want to book a ticket. And I actually was looking up prices for a ticket to Bosnia to go to this pyramid and meet with Dr. Sam Osmanagish. I'm just fascinated. The stuff that he details is just mind-numbing. The stuff about the water crystals in the water, how it's so pure and how it's energized. I actually got to, a friend of mine had Dr. Yuri Kronos from Russia stay with him for a couple days for a weekend, and he had energized water and had us listen to music with certain tones and then drink the water. And you could tell there was a difference. So I'm very interested in that, as well as the fact that it's creating these Tesla or torsion field waves from the pyramid itself. The fact that it's not stone blocks like Egypt, it's actually concrete and constructed and form-fitted in a sense with the strongest concrete on the planet filled with crystals, which help resonate this energy. And then you have the water underneath that's it starts the process. It goes up through the stones, which are all just it's an amazing thing. It's so complex.
Water, tunnels, cavities, resonance. Tell us.
You're saying my favorite, you're mentioning all my favorite words there. So where are we? We are in tunnels that create certain resonances. We are
50 meters below the ground.
Yes. We are with water, H2O, oxygen, and hydrogen, the primordial monoatomic element. We crystalline substance around us. We have the three most abundant elements on Earth that keep us alive, that elevate our consciousness, that feed us. Oxygen in the air, oxygen in the water, oxygen in the silica dioxide and the crystalline substance. If this doesn't energize you, then I don't know what else will. We're in the apex of an energy boost here. This is why this water is so energized in here. This is why the energy from the water and the air in the tunnels drives these pyramidal structures. This is all just a deep understanding of the laws of nature, if you can call it that even. I mean, it's a very dangerous statement to make, the laws of nature, but let's just stick to that for now.
The ancient builders used sandstone plates and blocks to make this beautiful terrace, this pavement. Blocks on this terrace are reaching several hundred kilos. Sandstone is material easy to work with. You put some water, you can cut it really easily. What we have here is a beautiful top layer of blocks, but below there is another terrace, another layers of blocks, and below the third one. Of course, Mother Nature does not make terraces like this, especially not 3 rows, one on top of each other. What we can see here is that this terrace slopes down. The first one climbing up at 8 degrees, second one straight, this one going down. Of course, it's not Mother Nature, but intelligent hands. When you make a spiral, then you are having something like this. Now, they got a little curvature here. The way they achieve that, they have one rectangular block which they cut in the middle, and then they placed another one getting this little curve and then continuing. And not only that, at the end of this terrace we can see a step. Mother Nature does not make terraces with the stairs.
We've got correspondents around the world. The panel is growing. Let's take it out to the UK. Ollie from Ellie and Addict.
Now, I don't know much about pyramids, but one thing I do know is the Pyramid of Giza is 4,500 years old. Now, Dr. Sam Ojbanaj, if that's how you pronounce your name, Dr. Sam, I hope it is, he claims that this pyramid is 35,000 years old. Now that is incredible. I can't even comprehend that in my head, that civilizations 35,000 years old were building structures like these. And this structure, it looks incredible. I mean, if you look at the actual concrete that they've laid, it is exactly like the concrete that they laid inside caverns and tunnels to support it and stop moisture from leaking in. It's incredible, and this is 35,000 years old. If we could build things like that back then, what else were we building, and how did we get our hands on this technology?
So far, the biggest blocks on the pyramid. Now, here we have a straight line that divides 2 blocks. The corner is missing. But originally, the size was 4.5 meter by 4.5 meter, 4.5, 4 times. This was a square block. Another square block, and another one. Mother Nature does not make square blocks with artificial concrete. In order to determine the mass of the block, this is the formula. 4.5 times 4.5 is 18 square meters. Times the thickness, about 1 meter, 18 cubic meter. Multiplied by the specific weight of 2.2, it's about 39, almost 40 tons. 40 tons, 40 tons, 40 tons. The Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun consists of at least 20 million tons of the best quality concrete built 30,000 years plus ago.
All right, let's get to Brent Cousins. He's got some insight. What do you got, Brent?
It was about a year ago, we had Dr. Sam Osmanagic on Third Phase Moon, where he broke down the possibility that the Bosnian pyramid was indeed the largest in the world. It's really fascinating to find that we have pyramids on all four corners of the world, such as Peru, China, even possibly America. Sam breaks down clues that this pyramid could possibly be a healing device. The real mystery behind the Bosnian pyramids is who or what built them. 35 to 40,000 years ago, mainstream academia wouldn't even touch this with a 10-foot pole. We're looking at it and I'm seeing clues that cannot be explained away that this is indeed a natural event, a natural formation of a pyramid. I believe this was created by something or someone from out there that gave us the blueprints on how to make these pyramids that we see all over the world. What's the connection and why were they built? Dr. Sam explains a lot, and his insight here at Third Phase Moon really shown to the world that this is indeed a mystery that needs to be solved.
But the other thing we need to just highlight for people that may be new to this kind of talk and this information is that we're dealing with subtle energies here. Ancient knowledge of subtle energy, not electricity or this hardcore stuff that we use today. These are subtle energies. They're the energies of the universe.
Just imagine, they did it thousands of years ago, and we now are using, and still here, and it's still affecting you and me, and we are experiencing. So what mentally, I'm sending a great thanks to those who built it, because they helped me now. Wonderful
They
experience.
had the knowledge of extremely low frequencies, and we are just now developing scientific instruments to measure them. They knew it.
Not only measure, we are coming slowly to understanding the principles embodied here.
Some way or another to produce energy. You look in the pyramids in Egypt and they don't know how they were built without a light bulb, even though we know about the Iraq battery. The Iraqi battery? Yeah. Well, you know, who knows how they got light down there that wasn't fire that would create soot on the ceilings and the walls. But these pyramids in Bosnia are amazing. They are even said to have possible healing qualities. People go in there, and after an hour, they feel better. The deeper they go, they feel better. Their blood sugar levels change. They get more energy. Their high blood pressure has gone away. This is amazing stuff. So what's down there? What are they hiding? I want to know why the Bosnians or their government don't want excavation done over there. Does this have to do with the seasons? Does it? I mean, then you talk about why in Egypt they want to dismiss these and call them not man-made. They want to call them natural. They're just mountains that perfectly took shape as a pyramid. I think it has to do with keeping the tourism. I don't know why. I think there would be enough. But imagine if everybody learned about these new pyramids nobody's ever walked through, the public. Imagine the tourism that would go away from Egypt over to Bosnia.
Let's take a look of this terrace. It climbs up at 8-degree slope. It's going from this west side to the south side, coming back like a spiral, reminding us of the ziggurats phenomenon back in Sumer and Babylon. The next thing, we can see 8 degrees going down in the center under the pyramid. Now, they made distinction, they made the sections of 8 meters, most probably collecting the water. So, if we start from this block, which is a little bit raised comparing to the next one, 8 meters further away, we can see that there is another little step. So, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. And you see here, a little step. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another step over here. So, most probably, when they were collecting the water, they wanted to make sure that water goes under, the pyramid and being collected into a water reservoir.
Like I said, I had to watch it twice, and I'm going to watch it a third time because it is so interesting. I was not fully aware of. I knew that there was a pyramid in Bosnia. I did not know it was the largest one in the world. Its healing powers with the underground tunnel system. I want to go. I want to go, and whatever footage I'll take, it will be for third phase of the moon. I'm stoked about it. Now, what's this going to do? Let's see. What's this going to do for tourism? I think it's going to be a little bit of a competition between Egypt and Bosnia. But if it has all these healing powers, and they say that thousands of people have been healed from like asthma and diseases and aches and pains. I've got my aches and pains. I'm willing to go. And I looked at the prices, and it's not that expensive, but you can't go over there right now. So we will see.
So how did so many different civilizations all over the world get the ability to be able to build these massive structures known as pyramids? Why were they all building pyramids all over the world? And why were they aiming them at the stars? Now, I've looked at the pyramids on Mars, I've looked at the pyramids in Antarctica. There's no proof to say the pyramids, they just look pyramid shaped. Now, this one looks pyramid shaped, but somebody's taken a step further to go underneath the soil, and they found that it has intelligent structure. Now, what I find really fascinating about this, and also very strange, is that the Bosnian archaeologists were against Sam going in and finding out what lies beneath.
I would go to Bosnia second because I've never been to Egypt, but I think a lot of people would do what I would want to do, is go to Egypt first, see the history, and then go over to Bosnia and learn about the other history of pyramids. I don't know, man. It's a fight always to get the truth out, and I hope we can somehow shed light on this. 35,000-year-old pyramids! People have been around supposedly for thousands, hundreds, maybe even millions of years ago. So let's wake up and look at what might be the best discovery in our lifetime.
It is man-made or made with intelligence. And these stones are, hundreds and hundreds of tons each, but perfectly aligned. And it's just, the engineering of it is quite phenomenal. And what it shows is that we have history that we've lost. So discoveries like this are good for our society, for mankind. So now on the question of whether or not Dr. Sam Osmanagish's discovery will change history books, I would say most likely. I believe so, because it should be, out there. But the real question is, will society allow it at this moment in time? And will they welcome the revelation of an unforgotten history?
If it's just a mountain and nothing more, then why did the Bosnian archaeologists have such a massive problem with Sam going ahead and doing his research? Let him get his bucket and spade out, let him do his research, let him find out if there is a massive pyramid underneath that soil that's 35,000 years old. I don't see the harm in it. It's history. Surely we're all entitled to know our history and where we came from. I sometimes wonder if here on Earth there was a civilization that had the ability, the technology to travel the globe, and they were instructing other civilizations on how to build these giant pyramids. The question is why? And where did this advanced civilization go? And where would we be if this civilization was still alive today?
Archaeology is very conservative science. If you are to be involved in archaeological digging, you have to be part of the establishment. More important archaeological sites, less information for the public. And those sites that redefine the chronology which is accepted by the mainstream science, well, those information are not available to the public. They are strictly confidential.
Is it possible that the history books has gotten it wrong all this time? Is it possible the largest pyramid in the world is in fact Bosnia? And the Egyptian tourism economy and some other government factions don't want the people going to Bosnia, but rather going to Egypt? Is there some kind of cover-up? I want to get your guys' opinions in the comments below. We've got more special reports coming in right here at Third Phase Moon. We appreciate the support. The channel's blowing up. We are the #1 UFO channel. Blake Cousins, keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. We're not alone. We'll see you real soon.